And good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with our odds maker Keith Fustel, on a beautiful Friday. It's Stronach 5 Friday here at Laurel Park. We have lots to get to. Nice carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6 as well. But real quick, let's recap yesterday. Thanks for coming on the radio show last night as we were talking about the Stronach 5 today. And, big day yesterday. Trevor McCarthy with a big 3-win day. And how about Claudio Gonzalez? He had a big 3-win day. 2 wins on the turf yesterday for Claudio.
And I'm sure he's glad to see that. That's the one percentage that's been lacking for Claudio over the last few years. But, got it done. That filly up the rail, a major form reversal to win going clear. But how about Trevor McCarthy? Got away with some prices.
Sure.
Glams bet down a little bit, but still a square price. And Smart Step followed right behind it at a big, was it 16 or 17 to 1, teaming up with trainer Mary Epler, whose ROI is pretty much skyrocketing right now at the Laurel meet.
Yeah, and that's twice Mary Epler's done it with a horse coming off a long layoff and a big blow-up price. She did it with Ice-T. Had a big Ice-T was coming off a year-and-a-half layoff and went down to Gulfstream. He's been winning down to Gulfstream since he won here at Laurel Park. And then yesterday, Smart Step, that was the big price winner yesterday that returned over $10,000 in the early pick 5. And hats off to our colleagues with the Spanish broadcast for Laurel Park and Gulfstream, Hippica TV. They do a great job. They give out tickets and everything. They gave out the winning early pick 5 ticket yesterday.
Did they really?
They did for over $10,000. That's a nice job, guys. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
I've never met them, but I watched their broadcast down there. They broadcast the Maryland Jockey Club in Gulfstream in Spanish. So
and they are familiar once again with Mary Epler and what she's done
down
there. She's been red hot at Gulfstream as well.
That's
so
probably
maybe that kind of
that's why they had her.
Put them over the top to put that horse in the ticket. Great job.
All right, let's see if we can give you some big price winners today. Let's show you what's going on. The Stronach 5 is going to start race 8 today. There's the guarantee, $100,000 guarantee, and an industry low 12% takeout for the Stronach 5. It paid over $4,500 last Friday. Here's the lineup of races. Starts Laurel Park, race 8. At about 4:50 Eastern Time. And then Laurel Park Race 9 is the second leg. Laurel Park Race 10 is the third leg. Then we go down to Gulfstream Park. Race 9 at Gulfstream is leg D. Then Gulfstream Park Race 10 is leg E. I'll have a ticket for it. My co-host in the afternoon, Tim Tulloch, has a ticket for the Stronach 5. You can check out those tickets now on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. And I'll show you my ticket when we get to race 8. So that's the Stronach 5. Nice carryover in the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That will start race 5 today on the 10-race program. A little shy of 4,400, so that'll be well played today. It'll be over 10,000 if you can get some more Mary Epler long shots home and maybe take down the jackpot in the Pick 6. I know you like the middle races today. You like the middle Pick 4 starting race 4 today.
You're going to switch things up again. It's a little costly, but I don't like to go that high. But, I mean, you're seeing the paths, the value that these race cards are offering. You got to decipher it. You got to work to get through it. But, man, you can really reap some benefits if you're on at Laurel Park.
That's right. All right, so tomorrow we have beautiful weather. That's the feature this today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And we have a beautiful event for you tomorrow to enjoy the nice weather. Here we go. It's the first annual Laurel Park Rosé on the Rail. You a wine drinker?
I am not. I pretty much stick to the beer.
Now,
but I'll try it. I'll try anything.
Now, I don't drink anymore, but rosé, that's like the cold, kind of fruity wine that you drink in the summertime.
Oh, I can tell you what, Papa D, my father-in-law, I might have to ship him down here for that. He'll take the wine, throw the ice right in it.
Yep. All right. So
this
hopefully this will be well attended tomorrow. Beautiful weather, wine on the rail here at Laurel Park. Big 10-race card tomorrow. So check it out. More information about the Rosé on the Rail tomorrow. Check it out on the laurelpark.com website. You can get your tickets there, or you can buy your tickets tomorrow on the apron. The event's going to be outside on the apron, underneath the tent, right in front of the rail. You're right in front of the action for the event tomorrow. So that's tomorrow. Let's get right to it today. Let's show you a picture of the dirt and the turf course. Perfect conditions. We are fast and firm today.
Yeah, and playing fair. You can pretty much come from anywhere if you've got the racehorse and you get the trip. Yeah, fast and firm. Look at that. It's an absolutely picture-perfect day in Laurel.
Yeah, no humidity, no rain.
Mm-mm.
Let's get right to it
No.
here. Race 1, we'll start the rolling super high 5. That's a low 15% takeout. We have it every race with 7 or more horses. We'll have a little carryover to start
There you
here
go.
in race 1, and that's super high 5, a little shy of 1,700. So keep your eye on that throughout the day. Race 1 also kicks off the very popular early pick 5, which paid over 10,000
Mm-hmm.
yesterday. They took it was one ticket, took the whole pool down. Industry low, 12% takeout on all the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. The early pick 5's a mandatory payout. Let's check out my ticket. I have a $32 ticket for the early pick 5. Here it is. I'm 4 deep in races 1, 2, looking for a little value there. Race 1, I go with the 2, 4, 5, 8. Race 2, the 2, 3, 7, 8. My single comes in race 5 of the early pick 5. It's a good price, too. Race 5, a nice starter allowance, going 6 furlongs on the Fort Marcy turf course,
Okay.
rail at 87 feet. I like the 8, Hot Frisia. I think Hot Frisia is going to love 6 furlongs today with Jevion Toledo aboard for trainer Ann Merriman. So I 5-1, nice price there on the 8, Hot Frisia. That's my single on the early
Wow.
pick 5. You can study that ticket some more. Or Stronach 5 tickets. I like the late pick 5 as well. All those, you like the middle pick 4,
Mm-hmm.
all those tickets and all our picks for today, laurelpark.com, underneath the handicapping section. You can look at our picks while you're listening to the live stream
Yes.
and enjoying the handicapping show. So here we go, race 1 on the main track, going a flat mile, maiden claiming 10,000, filly and mares 3 and up. We have a video spotlight here. We both like the 5 a little bit. Simmered Shenanigans going to be one of the favorites here. Let's show you the video from July 6th at Laurel Park. Here's the start for Simard Shenanigan.
Yeah, and it wasn't a good one. Kind of a little bit up in the air and a steady. Gave away a couple lengths right off the bat. Did Simmer Shenanigan after being bet down to $1.30 to 1. You saw that kind of came outward after that break. Had to steady off of heels. But I'll tell you, all in all, a pretty good recovery. Made a pretty quick move to get within contention after about 5/8 of a mile. Going to shift out and be about 4 wide, turning for home. And just kind of a steady kind of a grind. Can't quite catch two-step sis. I think it might have been Cal Lynch that day.
Yep,
Sin.
dropping.
Yeah, and but Sinmar Shenanigan very willing to the wire. We're going to turn back a 16th of a mile. We're going to go one turn this afternoon, but the stamina is there. Just going to have to come away a little bit cleaner. Is Simmered Shenanigan with Julio Correa.
Yeah, and this Bug Boy's riding well. Had a nice win yesterday. You had some nice compliments about him on the radio show last night.
Oh, how about that ride on the Kenny Decker horse with the riderless horse to the
Old-time
outside?
revival.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. All right, so now the Simard Shenanigan is her own worst enemy. She has a lot of gait issues. You look at the comment lines, and she has several comment lines where she didn't break well. So the Bug Boy Correa is going to have to try to get this filly relaxed in the gate and get her to break better today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'll go towards the inside with the 2, Life in Flash, all the way the inside with the scratch of the 1, 3 to get ready. The firster's going to have to pick another day to get her career started. But Life in Flash, 3 tries on the turf, really, not good at all. But making this move, turf to dirt, dropping in class, that's a positive angle for trainer Claudio Gonzalez with 3 wins, as you stated yesterday. Half to an 8-time dirt winner. I think this horse is going to clearly move up. Recent work, not too bad on the dirt. You're going to see a form reversal for the 2, Life in Flash here. Turf to dirt.
I tell you, this another good riding apprentice here, Victor Rosales, 7-pound apprentice. He picked the right outfit to come out swinging and winning a bunch of races for you. He's 50% right now, a nice positive ROI for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez.
No doubt. You want to get into a barn like this one.
Yep, all right, so the 2 will be dangerous. I go with the 8 on top here. On the outside, Gracie Gab for Claudio Gonzalez.
Claudio.
The barn had a big day yesterday, and this filly by Bulls Bay, a bad beaten favorite 2 starts ago, but she made amends last out. She ran well last out. See if Katie Davis, who gets aboard for the first time today. Katie Davis should be able to stay on the outside and have a trouble-free trip today on the 8, Gracie Gab.
Yeah, I think she's going to get a stalking trip off of the 4, Wisconsin, the 6, Damn Locks, even the 7 variants. I think they're all 3 going to be forward in this race, possibly setting it up for a horse like Gracie Gab. You've got the main closer, Simmer Shenanigans. You've got to predict she's going to come away a little slow again, right?
Right.
It's been a bad habit she's gotten into. Orbiting the Moon, Jonathan Maldonado, the 3. had trouble after, making a decent move around the turn at the steady. I think might even claim foul that day. A little flight. I'm just worried about the mile. I'm worried that this horse is not going to really follow through the last eighth of a mile. 2.583 though to get you started.
I use a 4 real quick. Wisconsin.
Okay.
Alex Cintron has been on a roll this past month. He won a Grade 1. He won a stake at Delaware earlier this week. There's a nice press release about Alex Cintron on the website, laurelpark.com. So Cintron, he's live there on the 4 Wisconsin.
Yeah.
All right, so maiden 10 claimers kick off the early pick 5. Early pick 4 starts in race 2. We're on the main track, going a mile and a 16th. Nice 5,000 starter allowance for filly and mares. 3 and up, and I go to the outside here. By the way, scratch the 6 floating by in this race. I go with the 8, All Good Times on top. You like her a little bit as well. 4-year-old daughter of Harlington, Daniel Centeno, aboard for trainer John Rigateri, and a big win last out against Starter Allowance up at Delaware. That was the second race back this summer after having a little time off this spring. So looks like the time off paid well for All Good Times and Rigateri. We know how good Rigateri is. He used to be a mainstay down here. He used to be stabled here. He was a leading trainer here. Now just kind of with a smaller outfit up at Delaware, still winning at a high win percentage, 27% on the year for the Rigateri barn. So I think the 8, All Good Times, cycling into very good form right now.
Yeah, only 19 dirt starters the last 5 years at Laurel, but 6 wins. That's 32%. With a positive ROI. All Good Times. Yeah, I'm going to toss that race at Pimlico. I liked her that day. I thought she'd run well. She did not, but came back at Delaware. And looking at this race, not a lot of true speed. I mean, Louise, maybe from the inside, will go ahead and go. I liked her rating last time, but that was against a little softer bunch. She faces stiffer competition. I go to the 3 #selfie. Positive and a confident move up in class, I believe, for #selfie. After the $8,000 claim off of Claudio Gonzalez. Usually worry about that, but Kieran's certainly capable. I think the flow is going to be perfect. She's on her just off the lead here. Follows through. 3 for 7 at the distance. She works. I had trouble with the morning line. I thought maybe the fans would get caught up with seeing those big blowout wins for the 2. Color and Colonel, horse coming in from Thistledown. Not the greatest of competition she was beating, but when you see those kind of gaudy scores, 8 lengths, 8 1/4 lengths, you think some money's going to come in, and she's well positioned to the inside. But she was extended in those victories.
All right, so it's a 9% outfit here, but it does attract Trevor McCarthy to ride this 5-year-old mare. All right, so we like a few of the same horses there. Race 2, nice nickel starter for some salty filly and mares to kick off that early pick 4. Here we go. Race 3, big field on the turf. We're going a mile on the Kelso turf course, rail at 35 feet. Maiden claiming 16,000 filly and mares 3 and up. The conditions of this race scream wide open, blow-up potential here. I go with my price play of the day in race 3. On the outside, the 10, Jaco Bella for trainer Carlos Mancia. The 7-pound apprentice, Felix Pinero, will ride this filly by Giacomo. She ran a big race last out up at Penn National at this level, going long on the turf. Woke up and ran a 48 by her speed figure up there. Just got beat 3/4 of a length. Little tougher condition today, sure, and she's going to have to do better than that race on June 9th. I'm hoping Pinero, whatever magic he had with this filly up at Penn National, he can bring it down here today to Laurel Park. And not the toughest group, so I'll go with a little bit of a price here. The 10, Jaco Bella on top.
And you see the short comment there, 2 races back. Broke slow and was stalled at the 3/8 pole. Certainly she was well back, but she had an excuse. She couldn't really find her rhythm until it was too late in that trial on June 9th, and kind of made up for it with a cleaner trip and a good rally at Penn National. Jacobella drawing outside. Some scratches in here. Take out the 3, 7, and 12 out of race 3 so far. I think Gold Cadillac's got to be your favorite. I mean, stand 2 races back. She runs a 55 and a 59 for 40,000. Now she's in for 16 on the turf, but that's negative to me. I first claim the barn is 0 for 12, and now dropping. That scares me. Those two numbers, 2 and 3 back, they work. Okay, they're going to beat this field if she can bring them. I take the 1, still processing. A horse that improved second time in the barn for Ham Smith. We're stretching out. Positional speed here. Was trying very well to the wire. I think this horse is going to appreciate the mile distance. Upsetter here in race 3 with the 1. Hammy Smith is still processing.
Sure. I'm not going to talk you off that filly. These Men's Grill Racing and Hammy Smith, they've teamed up with a couple long shot winners in stake races, other races. They're doing well together. So this filly by Overanalyze, she'll get a ground saving trip on the inside. I didn't use her. This will be her second time going long on the turf. She tried it last October here at Laurel. That was a soft turf course.
Yes.
She was a 2-year-old, so maybe she can get over it better today on a firm turf course going a mile. So the one still processing, a live long shot. I think you have a live long shot there in a wide open condition. The 2 Gold Cadillac, some question marks on the drop here, so a suspect favored. We both like the 9 Dancing Contessa for Ann Merriman. Avery Wisman rides this filly by Seville, and she woke up and ran a decent race last out, showed speed, and then weakened. Maybe she can finish a little bit better today and get a piece of it.
Well, there's not a whole lot of speed in this race. That's why I think the 1 is going to be well positioned from the inside. But a major wake-up second time on the grass for Dancing Contessa, a 50 buyer. That's about what it's going to take to win this race if she can duplicate it. Shortening up a little bit, a 16th of a mile. Yeah, I think she's a factor a long way in race 3.
All right, so wide open, maiden 16, filly mares, long on the Kelso there in race 3. You like the middle pick 4. It's one of our, race 4 is one of our features of the day. Nice second level allowance condition, optional claiming 35,000. Filly mares 3 and up. We're going 6 furlongs on the main track. Some nice filly mares in here. You have a middle pick 4 ticket. Let's check it out and see how you played it.
Yeah, here we go. Let's get you started. Race 4 with the 1 Majestic Reason, perfect at the 6 furlong distance. On the main track, I go 1-2. Lady by Choice I like. Has maybe a little tactical advantage over the 1. 3 deep in race 5 with a 4, 5, and 10. 4 deep in the 6. That's that 2-year-old filly race, maiden 16s. I just don't really trust the favorites that much. I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 7 in there. A couple firsters. The 6 and 7 are going to be my top selections. 7th race, 3 deep, 3, 4, and 7. We've got a stat and a video on the 4. Go Amanda, $36 for the middle pick 4.
All right, I like your ticket here. I like race 4, one of our features of the day. Let's check it out here. Some nice filly mares in here. 3/4 on the main track. The 3, Margie's Money. Looks like Hugh McMahon has this Great Notion filly back in top form right now for owner, breeder, Michael Terry Shane. Good to see Terry Shane still in the business. And Margie's Money loves it here at Laurel Park. A 5-time winner. Sheldon Russell, her regular rider, back aboard today as she galloped in the mud last out up at Delaware with a lifetime best 82 buyer speed figure. It was a small field up there, a little tougher condition today, but Margie's Money, when she's good, she's pretty good. They made almost $200,000 with this homebred filly by Great Notion, Maryland's top stallion up there at Northview Stallion Station. So you like her as well.
Yeah.
Looks like we like the same 4 fillies here.
Yeah, we do. And Majestic Reason, I do think is the horse to beat. She brings in a pretty good resume. Laid off November to May, came back and won, got set up by a duel that day at Pimlico. Now a little bit of a freshening. She hasn't quite come back to that maiden debut score when she won at June 8th. I'm just worried about the trip. Is she going to kind of get shuffled a little bit too far back? Can she make up ground? Did we have video on that one, Stan?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Let's show that race.
That's from
Black
Eyed Susan
from
Day
Black
at
Eyed
Pimlico.
Susan Day. And beat a pretty good field that day. Marvelous Martina in later today, but they were going at it pretty good on the front end. 22-4. Anything under 23 is a sharp opening quarter. We know that at Pimlico. Majestic Reason going to grind them on down and get up late in the familiar silks, right? The Hillwood silks. Here we go, right to the wire. A little bit of a blanket finish. I tell you what, she leveled off pretty well, even despite look like on the left lead there. Majestic Reason coming back, well spotted here. Doesn't catch the toughest of 2 other things. But I think Lady by Choice. We're talking Claudio. We're talking this barn's going to get back on it. Looks like it's gotten back on it. You got to beware. These trainers take notice now because if Claudio's firing at all cylinders, you know that percentage is going to ramp up to somewhere about 30% when it's all said and done. But Lady by Choice, I'll toss the last. It was a much better field. Caught wide into a fast pace. The 2-back try I like against Schools Night Out. Her speed, I think she's a little bit quicker than the 1. River Ridge might go ahead and go. But if Lady by Choice, Victor, if he wants to be aggressive, I think she can be 1-2 into the turn and kind of just hang on late. We're going to have a closer here in Majestic Reason. Maybe the 3, Margie's Money, makes a run into it. But I'm still waiting for that barn to heat up, Hugh McMahon.
All right, sure are. So we both like the 1, 2, 3. The 7, though, our Super Freak
Super
gets
Freak.
McCarthy. McCarthy a 3-win day yesterday. This Mineshaft filly, she's run some big races. Perhaps her biggest race in the Weber City Miss last April, where she just got beat a nose to Las Citas. That was her lifetime best, 79 Beyer speed figure that day. Then they tried the Black Eyed Susan, and she got beat 15 lengths that day. And then said they tried to stake at Delaware. She was an okay second that day, got beat 14 lengths. And then most recently, third in the mud up there at Delaware. So Nash trying to get her back in good form. She's what, 6 for 6 in the Monday here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, you can. And her races at the distance. Look at that, 5 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. Yeah, they after that try in the Weber City Miss, they tried the Black Eyed Susan, just too tough. Now she's kind of getting back. I'm not really concerned about that race at Delaware on a muddy sealed surface. I think she's a little bit better than that effort. But Margie's Money, is she coming back to top form? If she is, I think that lower 80 number can put her over the top. She's going to have to show me she can bring it back again. I like Lady by Choice, and there'll be 1-2 for Claudio.
All right, so nice group of filly and mares, upper-level allowance runners, one of our features of the day to kick off the middle pick 4. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, race 5 will start the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Nice carryover today, a little shy of 4,400. We'll check it out right after this.
Join us for Jim McKay Maryland Million Day on Saturday, October 19th at Laurel Park. Come with friends and family to Maryland's Day at the Races, a celebration of Maryland's horses and lots of fun for all ages. Enjoy a full day of racing, including on-track entertainment between races. Don't miss the hat contest, 3 categories and wonderful prizes. It'll be fun for all at Laurel Park, Saturday, October 19th. For more information, visit MarylandMillion.com or LaurelPark.com.
Okay, here we go with the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. We'll start race 5 today. Nice carryover. It's getting up there. It'll be well played today. There's the carryover, $4,369. This will get up over $10,000 today when it's all said and done. My co-host in the afternoon, Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket. There it is. You can check out. You can study this ticket some more. LaurelPark.com. Underneath the handicapping section, $64.80 ticket. He has some good coverage in the first 4 legs, and then his single comes in race 9 here. Race 9, nice allowance race for filly and mares, going 7 furlongs on the main track, and he singles on my best bet of the day, the 9 Marvelous Martina. I love that filly today. Caramanos aboard for Jose Corrales. I have her on top. Tim has her single there on the Rainbow Pick 6. How big scratch of the 11 Settable is out of race 9, so that's going to help. That's going to help my best bet, Marvelous Martina, and Tim's single there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You got to find a single somewhere. These races are tough.
Big fields.
You got to. Sometimes you have a little bit deeper pockets than what we've got if you're going to really step in and give yourself a square chance. But Tim's going to get you there for $64.80. I like that.
Speaking of deep pockets,
yeah, there's the man. Yeah, look, he's walking tall.
Longtime Maryland owner Gene Gill, wholly one of my idols. I want to be like him when I'm his age, hanging out at Laurel Park every day. All right, good luck today, Gene. Let's take a look here at race 5. We're going 6 furlongs on the Fort Marcy turf course, rail setting at 87 feet. Nice 25,000 starter allowance for filly and mares 3 and up. Never won 3 is the condition here in race 5. And let's start here with the 5, your top pick. The 5, Why Now for Rudy Sanchez Solomon. Angel Cruz rides this filly. A sharp win right here at Laurel 2 starts ago.
Yeah, and I think Cruz has gotten along with her pretty well, all things considered. I know she had some trouble last time out in the early going, the opening furlong, but really relaxed nicely, took pressure 2 races back. And in the Stormy Blues against 3-year-olds in that stakes race, she had a little trouble early, was bounced around at the gate. He decided to take a rating hold, and she got caught further back than what I thought she was really going to be in that race. But once this horse swung out top of the stretch, finished up with sneaky good energy, which I think is setting this horse up perfectly for the 6 furlong distance. Not a lot of true speed in here. I think the 4 Silencia goes right to the front. I think she's going to hold better than what she did last time. I think they can maybe run as a team, Stan. You see that happen sometimes. You think they're going to come back? No, they sneak away. They get a little easier half a mile. And both of these two, I think, will have enough stamina to continue on as long as they avoid a duel starting somewhere around mid-turn. They can separate themselves from this field. But I like Wynal, the way she's moving and progressing for Rodolfo Sanchez Salaman and Angel Cruz.
I didn't use her. I didn't use the 4 Silencia either, but I do hope both of those fillies are out front
Yeah, you want them
early
dueling, right,
on
for
with
Hot Frisia.
setting up a
Yes.
fast early pace, maybe setting it up for a closer. All right, so you'll get a decent price on both the 5 and the 4. I just didn't get to them. I think the 8 Hot Frisia is going to be one tough customer in the final strides of this race, going 6 furlongs on the turf. They have that long stretch. Well, they have the long back stretch, first of all, with it being 6 furlongs, and then that long stretch to the second wire. I think Toledo's going to get a real nice trip here on Hot Frisia, a homebred for Richie Blue Jr. and Ann Merriman. Just missed at this level last out on a good turf course. A big 68 Beyer speed figure behind Flying on the Ground that day, who was a sharp winner. So I think this mare's in good form right now, and I think she'll love 6 furlongs on the turf. I think she gets a nice trip with a regular rider, Jevion Toledo.
All right, and what about the 10? We've both got the 10 into the mix. Good Night Moon.
There's a stat on the
Got a
10
little
here
stat.
for
Yeah,
Lizzie
absolutely,
Merriman.
for Elizabeth Merriman. It's a pretty good one, too. Last 5 years, she doesn't run a ton of horses. Okay, but how about this? 5 for 16, 31%. Route the sprint on the turbo. On the ROI stand, close to $4. You're going to get just that. A middle move up at Parks, going 1.70 last time out. 3 races back. Did win at this 6 furlong distance over the Laurel Park surface. So Good Night Moon, I think, is going to find that extra ground to her liking today. I should say off the sprint, the 5.5 sprint, 2 back. She's going to make a move, sits, and makes a run into it. This is a good race, a good betting race. Riders race. The one thing with the 5.5, you got that shorter run. So things are a little bit rapid. That everybody's kind of gunning and trying to get position. Sometimes you get lulled to sleep at 6, like you talked about, a little longer run into that turn. Hey, maybe somebody can sneak away and get away with a little softer opening quarter, 3/8, and I can carry that speed. So definitely the riders have to be tied on here and get that sense of flow, especially once they leave that far turn. Because if the leaders have a little bit of help up front with a softer quarter, especially in this race, I think the 4 and the 5 will stretch it today.
It's a neat distance
Yes,
on
it
our
is.
world-class turf course, 6 furlongs, the distance of race 5. How about this Animal Kingdom filly I use in my exact? The Pink Pearl, she took to the turf in a big way last out, 16,002 life, going long on the turf, late April right here at Laurel Park. She was 13-1. She chased the early pace and got to the front midway and just opened up on him. Big 64 Beyer speed figure. Schoenthal freshened her up a little bit since then. A couple nice works in July right here at Laurel Park. A bullet on July 20th. 47-3, so she has some early tactical speed. Now we're 6 furlongs. She'll get a beautiful stalking trip on the outside. She'll be sitting about 2nd or 3rd, I think. A little tougher condition today than that 16-2 life last out, but she's by Animal Kingdom, so no surprise. She's bred by Godolphin. It's a nice filly who loved the turf last out.
He made a sharp little middle move into it and was caught wide early. And those Animal Kingdoms, we had a stat, I believe, on them. First time on the turf was a strong one with a positive ROI. And to give you a little extra hope there, Shrew Meaning, that second-place finisher, did go up on the raise to 25, okay, and ran a good second to Luna Real, who's become kind of a key horse at this level, Stan. So Pink Pearl certainly not out of the mix. I will definitely have her included in my exactus.
All right, so we're kind of all over the place there in race 5, a challenging first leg of the Rainbow Pick 6. I like the late Pick 5 today. Let's move along here. We got the Stronach 5 coming up in race 8, but the late Pick 5, don't sleep on that. No carryover today. They hit it yesterday, paid well again yesterday. As always, that industry low, 12% takeout. Let's take a look at my late Pick 5 ticket, race 6. Maiden 16,000 2-year-old fillies. 5 furlongs on the main track. You better get some coverage in this race. A wide open condition. I go 4 deep, 2, 6, 7, 9. Race 7, a nice starter allowance race in race 7. I have the 7 on top, My T Talk, who had a nice win last out to break her maiden with first-time blinkers. I think she gets a nice trip with the X-Man. She's 3-1. She's one of the favorites. I like an 8-1 shot in there. I think the 6 Millie Child is very live for Katie Voss and Jevion Toledo, getting back to the dirt today, sprinting on the dirt. I think that's what she wants. I think the 6 Millie Child live at 8-1 there in race 7. Then a nice maiden sprint special weight in race 8 for 2-year-old fillies, 5.5 on the Kelso turf course. I go 4 deep there, 2, 3, 6, 9. My best bet of the day, race 9. Nice first level allowance, filly and mares. 7 furlongs main track. I single there on the 9, Marvelous Martina for Jose Corrales. Let's take a look here at race 6. Maiden 16,000, 2-year-old fillies, 5 furlongs on the main track. The 6, who do you have on top here? You have the 6 on top as well. Okay.
Baby Bam Bam.
Yeah, the ones that are running here, the favorite, the 2 always talking, is going to be one of the favorites. She's dropping to this level. She'll be okay. We kind of both go against her, too. We both go with Baby Bam Bam, a first-time starter for trainer Jamie Ness. His fillies by New Year's Day. The sire of last weekend's Haskell winner, Maximum Security. Katie Davis rides this filly. She's been working okay up there at Delaware. Ness, 28% and a positive ROI with his first-time starters.
And you look a little further back. Let's just double-check here, Stanley. Yeah, a half to our Super Freak.
Nice.
You know, you're going to see
That'll
that
work.
2 other than, right? She ran early, yeah, and these siblings have won. They've run early, so they win at the age of 2. Ness has done a great job, especially with a maiden claiming 2-year-olds. I think this horse is going to be ready to roll. I'm not concerned. The works aren't super fast up there at Delaware. He popped in that one June 14th at 102.4 and kind of slowed it up a little bit since. But Baby Bam Bam, I think you've got 2 suspect top choices and Always Talking and Landing Zone. Now they got speed. They got plenty of speed, so you're going to have to be tied on out of the gate. But I think the 6 or the 7 should be ready to go. The 7, 10-1 morning line, getting Cintron Lasix on by race day, who's doing pretty well so far, just about 20% with the first-time starters on the dirt. I think as a kid, all 3 siblings were winners. One of them even won first time out. 2 of 3 were in the money, so you got some precociousness there for the 7. Wicked race.
And the barn's been doing well recently with first-time starters. Trainer Mike Gorham, always dangerous here in Maryland. He's 3 for 9 recently with a nice positive ROI. All right, so we both have a couple Delaware shippers on top in race 6. The 6, 7. Let's move along here. Race 7 will kick off the late pick 4. We're going 6 furlongs on the main track here in race 7. 25,000 starter allowance, filly and mares 3 and up. I go with the 7 on top, Mighty Talk, a 3-year-old filly by Straight Talking for Jerry Robb. Jerry claimed her for 16,000 and stepped her up to maiden 25. Got her on the dirt, 7 furlongs, first time blinkers, and she had a nice stalking trip to win with a 59 buyer speed figure. Now she's facing winners for the first time. Looks like she likes the blinkers. Not too much speed in the early speed in this race.
No.
I think the X-Man, Xavier Perez, gets a nice stalking trip on the outside. He won't be too far back. And if they're going slow early, the 7 can go right to the front.
Yeah, and that's why my angle, I like the 4 as well in this race. I do respect the 7, Mighty Talk, but the 4, Go Amanda, I think woke up in a big way last time out, and I think it's better than that 52 buyer that you're going to see on the page. Here we go. We're going to watch this race. Forrest got this horse to relax. She kind of just tracked early on, and then kind of at will just went ahead and moved away from the field, going to widen by 4 3/4 lengths. Finally switches over to the correct lead inside the 8th pole, but I think a little bit left in the tank. Just kind of nursed to the wire was Go Amanda. I was waiting for this kind of effort for her. I chased her a few times, had some trouble 3 races back. She put it all together. That final time was only 1/5 off of $5,000 starters.
Okay, pretty quick.
$5,000 starter fillies are better than this kind of group.
Sure.
Most of the time, right, Stan? So, and here's a little stat we've got for Damon. Really going to put it on my man. 3 years, last 3 years on the dirt, 3 for 10 and 8 for 10 in the money with maiden winners last down. How about this? ROI of 630, offering some value. Yeah, the 3 jumping Michelle, 1, 2, 3 go for Claudio. They're going to take plenty of play. They're kind of chasers that kind of make a steady progression. Maybe Go Amanda will be sharp enough to kind of separate by the time they turn for home.
All right, I use her in my top 4. She'll be a nice 5, 6 to 1. I like a nice 8 to 1 shot in my exacta here. Millie Child for Katie Voss, homebred for Mill Hill Stable by Freedom Child. She loves sprinting on the main track in her debut back on May 3rd in the mud. Maiden 16,000. She rallied up the rail around the far turn. She won by 3. The race produced 2 next out winners, including Foggy Dreams. Foggy Dreams came back to win a maiden 25, a starter 2 life. and then was second in a starter 3 life. Foggy Dreams is live, I think, in an allowance race later on today. They tried the turf a couple times with Millie Child, and she ran into a couple tough races. Look at a race May 31st, produced 3 next out winners. They had to adjust the buyers of that race. The race came back so strong.
Okay.
And then last out, she ran her lifetime best last out going long on the turf. But I like to cut back to the main track today, sprinting with Javion Toledo. I think the 6 Millie Child going to be coming late, along with the favorite here, the 3 Jumpin' Michelle.
Yeah, you see some horses here like 1, 2, 3, Go, Jumping Michelle. They kind of maybe shown what they really are. Horses that might jump up and keep progressing. The 4 Go Amanda, the bottom horse, and obviously the 6 horse Millie Child. The encouraging thing, she handled a big field, and off track first time out, worked through some traffic. And look at that work, July 14th. How was that one?
That was nice.
It's rocking and rolling pretty good.
She was kicking the barn down this morning. I walked her in Katie's barn. She's sharp. She's eating the bottom of the feed tub. You need a little racing luck and get a good trip, and we think she'll be right there. So nice price. And there's some nice fillies in here. She needs to have her running shoes on. About 8-1 there on the 6 Millie Child jumping, huh?
Yeah. So jumping up a little bit. So the more we're looking at this might be a spread around in this race, maybe a little bit deeper.
Jumpin' Michelle, closing sprinter. She'll be coming late for Claudio, but Foggy Dreams beat Jumpin' Michelle, so we'll see. But Jumpin' Michelle will be an honest favorite. She'll be right there in the final strides. All right, let's get to race 8 to kick off the big Stronach 5, that popular national wager with a guaranteed $100,000 pool, industry low, 12% takeout on the Stronach 5. Let's check out the lineup of races. Here it is. Starts Laurel Park, race 8. Then we go Laurel race 9, Laurel race 10, then down to Gulfstream Park for race 9, and then Gulfstream Park race 10. I have a ticket. Let's check it out. Everybody should take a shot. It paid over $4,500 last week, the Stronach 5 did. Here's my ticket, $72 ticket. Race 8, a maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies, 5.5 on the turf. You better have a little coverage in that race. I go 4 deep, 2, 3, 6, 10. My single best bet of the day in the second leg, Laurel Park race 9. I like the 9, Marvelous Martina. Caramano's aboard for Jose Corrales. Then I go 3 deep, Laurel Park race 10, and then 3 deep at Gulfstream race 9, then just the 4-5 in the final leg. You can study that ticket some more at laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section. Race 8's a challenging race. We spent a lot of time on this race on the radio show last night. Maiden special weight, 2-year-old fillies, 5.5 on the Kelso turf course rail at 35 feet. You have an American Pharaoh, first-time starter in here. Good to see the American Pharaohs running in Maryland now. The 2 Bernadette, the Jet's going to take a lot of play for trainer Graham Motion. Well, let's start right there.
Okay.
You have the American Pharaoh filly on top. They paid $425,000 for her as a yearling last September at Keeneland.
Yeah, and you're looking first starter when you got the racing form. 103 starters over the last year and a half for Motion, 7%. But you dig a little deeper. Last 3 years, he's 3 for 9 with 2-year-old first-time starters on the turf, sprinting on the turf, I should say. 6 for 9 in the money with an ROI of 386. That's good. American Pharaoh, the horses have come out running pretty well out of a mare that was strong. 2 debut winners in the family. I think this horse is going to be ready. Inside post, and all. I'm going to give an edge to Bernadette the Jet to maybe kind of wear down the speed of the speed, possibly the 3, Jen's the Boss.
All right, the 2 will be tough. I use her in the mix. A tough assignment now, breaking on the rail in her debut assignment, but she has some good pedigree behind her. American Pharaoh, nothing fazed him, so hopefully the genes pass down to his offspring. The 3, Jen's the Boss, going to be tough. I go with the outside filly here. I think that nobody's bred better than the 10 is. You kidding me? Bayou Warfront out of a Galileo mare for trainer Tom Proctor, a homebred for Glen Hill Farm. Been working well up there at Fair Hill. I think well prepared for the debut today. Fergal Lynch will ride Lasix end debut. You just hope the filly doesn't break outward, breaking on the outside. If she can break sharp and show some early speed, she'll get a nice trip with Fergal Lynch.
Certainly. Beautifully bred. The mare was 2 for 12 and 8 for 12 in the money. Group 3 stakes placed in Ireland. The only thing that scares me there, the lower first out percentage for Proctor drawing outside. But we've got video with the 3, Jen's the Boss, real quick. I know we're running a little short on time. Maybe we only need to see the start. This horse broke a little bit slow in debut. June 28th at Laurel. You see that almost pretty much dead last. And going to have to rush up. Shows a good acceleration there. Look at that. Oh, yeah, about a half-length last. He's going to be lucky enough to find a seam up the inside to go ahead and go clear. But had to be rushed pretty hard to do it. And look at the internals, 22-1, 45-2. Really, that's good enough, guys. If you want to carry to the stretch, that's beautiful. Just a little bit of a fade late. Just needs to come out clear. That experience should help the 3. Jen's the boss.
All right, so I use her in my exact. She'll be in front with McCarthy. They're going to have to run down the 3. Let's see. How about the 6? Secure Connection, a homebred for Stuart Janney the 3rd. And the Hall of Famer Shug McGahee. Forest Boys and Shug, they do very well together here in Maryland. They tried to get this filly by Data Link. They tried to get her on the turf in her debut late June at Belmont. Maiden special weight. They bet her down to 5-2 that day, even though it came off the turf. She ran in the mud, and she ran okay. She ran on an RA 3rd. Got a low buyer speed figure, but I'm sure she got a lot of education and experience out of that race, and now they get the turf today.
Well, we've seen this combo before in Maryland multiple times, get the job done, and even sometimes at good prices. Data Link, we know, is turf, bottom side. I looked a little deeper. The dam was only 1 for 6 on the synthetic, but second dam, all turf. 9 for 15 in the money with a couple of wins. Don't be surprised if the 6 doesn't show up and run big for Shug.
All right, so we like the same 4 fillies there in race 8. Race 9 kicks off the late daily double. Nice first level allowance condition for filly and mares 3 and up. We're going 7 furlongs on the main track in this race. And let's start with the 4. You love the 4. We have a video spotlight and a stat here on the 4. 3 Hawk from the Lacey Gaudette barn. Joan Rosado will ride. Here's the race from April 11th here at Laurel.
Yeah, I love this. This was first time in the barn off a little bit of a layoff, about 4 months, right? And just tracking to the inside. And look at this sharp move. Handling a little bit of a ride there. Shifts out pretty aggressively 3 to 4 wide and just says, I'm gone, guys. It rolls right on by, passing the 8th pole. Ridden out to the wire was 3 Hawk. Came back, didn't run too well in that Majestic Reason race at Pimlico. You see the comment, short comment, fractures to the gate. Just maybe lost focus that afternoon. But, boy, she looks awfully good here. Tossed the turf race. I think Lacey Gaudette's going to have this one back and ready to roll. We've got a stat on 3 Hawk as well. Lacey Gaudette last 2 years, 7 for 24. That's 29% turf to dirt sprint ROI. Look at that, $8. Barn, I know, has been a little bit chilly. She's going to kind of start picking things up. 3 Hawk is the best value, I think, of the 2, 4, and 9. They look like the 3 in race number 9. Certainly Marvelous Martina, steamy hot off of the layoff for Mary Epler. They pose serious threats. My mom's birthday, 4/29. Let's take it.
4/29. I like it. All right, well, my best bet of the day, Tim's single on the Rainbow, pick 6 to 9. You picked the filly.
Yep.
3rd, Marvelous Martina. I know one of your pet peeves. She was in good form on the dirt. What are they doing going long on the turf? Got beat 7 lengths there. Now back sprinting on the dirt. Caramanos will ride. Marvelous Martina been knocking on the door at this level, and I think she'll love this. Good second going 7 furlongs back in April right here at Laurel.
Yeah, the blinkers went on a few starts back. She showed a little bit better positional speed, and I think she'll be fairly forward in this race as well. A good draw and not a lot of true speed in here. And real quick, steamy hot. She looked like she was going to be any kind of 2. Layoff, came back to one big off of a layoff. She's going to be okay here for Mary Epler. And once again, hey, Trevor McCarthy.
Yeah.
Don't dismiss that one, I would say.
They did it yesterday. It was a smart step. Looking for it again today. All right, one more race to go in our Big Ten race program. Race 10, big field, 5.5 furlongs on the Fort Marcy Turf Course rail at 87 feet. Maiden claiming 16,000. Filly mares 3 and up, and we like a few of the same horses here. I don't have the 7. Let's start with the 7 on top here. Silver Sides for trainer Mike Girales.
Yeah, maybe Forest Boys will be the answer. This horse didn't run terrible on the dirt with her 4 starts back. She's just been, had trouble, terrible trouble. We showed, I think, as a video spotlight, 3 races back, then ranked, then bore out. Her mind's just not on it.
Right.
One final shot for this one. If she brings any of those 2-back, 3-back, or 4-back race, I think she can get it done. Maybe Forrest can get her to relax a little bit better relationship, because she's got finish, and this group doesn't have too much finish in it. So I think she can stalk and pounce in here. This will be the last time I'll try to roll with her, though. 7, 10, 5, 9. I like your 4 though a little bit. I definitely use her underneath the King horse at a big blow up kind of price, just because she's half to a couple turf winners.
All right, and trying the turf for the first time, the 4 Shazat Blanchet for the Hall of Famer. King trying to get going here 2019, just a matter of time before he sneaks one over here on us. So, all right, we're
and you've got the Sagamore, right? Is that
the 9 on top, the favorite here. Bastet getting better for DePaz. Go Zapper, Philly taking a drop today, second off the layoff with the Hot Bug Boy Correa.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, Stan. 10 races.
10 races, big cards,
competitive fields. Yeah, I mean, if we could say,
six.
yeah, if it was singles and easy, be great. But you know, you got to do your homework to get through this. But once again, you saw it yesterday. They only picked 5 at 10,000.
That's
so
right.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
All right, good luck today. Dave Robin coming up next with scratches and changes.
Good luck.